Hello and welcome to Balanced Existence. If this is your first time joining, I'm so happy you're here and I trust that there's a message here for you. And for all of my subscribers, thank you so much for being here and being a part of this collective. So we are jumping right in with a tarot reading where I have pulled the Vulnerability Oracle card, as well as the Five of Swords, Four of Cups, and Five of Pentacles. So definitely picking up on a potentially challenging struggle you may be enduring. With the Five of Swords, this talks about arguments or hostility or just general stress, feeling like there's been some sense of betrayal, or this could also be self-sabotage. It doesn't have to be an external conflict, but it's a lack of resonance. It's a disagreeableness. And with the Four of Cups, this talks about feeling like there's nothing to look forward to, feeling this discontentment, this pessimism, apathy, boredom. Again, feeling disconnected with yourself. And with the Five of Pentacles, similarly, this can be talking about feeling isolated or abandoned or just enduring some kind of hardship. Being the Pentacles sign, it could be scarcity mindset, lack mindset, but it's a period of hardship. So if you're in this place, and I'm getting chills tapping into this, if you're in this place of a mental, emotional, or material hardship, the vulnerability card is coming out because Spirit is asking you to take the time to withdraw, wait, pause, regroup. Give yourself the gift of rest and relaxation. If you're feeling overwhelmed, if you're feeling burdened, if you're feeling insecure or misaligned or not good enough, all of that will resolve itself. You don't need to worry about the problem solving. You just need to acknowledge your feelings, right? Like you need to acknowledge the fact that you're having emotions around feeling vulnerable, feeling weak, right? And that's a normal part of the human experience. But it's saying to take some downtime, take in your surroundings, connect with nature. And I'm also seeing this vision of, and I'm getting chills tapping into this, of like a child that maybe had a really rough day at school, like maybe they got bullied, or maybe they took a test that was really hard, or that they didn't pass, or something like this. And they come home and they just feel so down about themselves. And the parent, soothes the child, gives it dinner, and then says, just go to sleep, right? Like, go to sleep. Tomorrow, the world will feel a little bit different, right? And with the vulnerability card, it says to connect with nature more. And it says, think about the clouds you see in the sky. They are constantly moving, changing, and reshaping themselves. Allow yourself to connect with Mother Earth and nature in a deeper way. Align your rhythm with the heartbeat of the earth and slow your thoughts and emotions down and trust that everything will work out. The signs that things work themselves out are all around you. You just need to notice them. So I want to connect this analogy of the clouds and, this child, this vision of this child that needs to just sleep it off, right? And this could very much be an experience you're having as an adult. Like this could be the metaphor of your inner child and you and your present self being the parent, that's soothing your own inner child. But there's this message from Spirit to give yourself the time to rest, because when you do so, when you rest, when you relax, when you sleep, you don't have to problem solve. You don't have to work at anything. You don't have to find solutions. You don't have to solve problems, right? You just need to rest. You just need to take care of you, your feelings of vulnerability, your feelings of, feeling insecure or down or weak, whatever it may be. But when you come out of that period of rest, and whether it's quite literally going to sleep or taking a nap or maybe it's having a time of meditation and just pausing and just taking a moment. Or maybe it is something like going outside in nature and, refueling yourself, even if it's just like a 5-minute walk, whatever this may be for you. But when you do this, you metaphorically wake up the next morning and, the clouds are not in the same place that they were, right? Like the world has shifted, the world has, kind of rearranged itself or kind of resolved the things that it needed to resolve. And it's not to say that there's not action needed on your part or, eventually there are some resolutions that you need to contribute to or some problems that you need to solve. But that's not the focus at this time. The focus is on you and your dedication and commitment to allowing yourself that time of rest. We're also getting the World card and the Let Love Be Your Beacon oracle card. So you're being pulled to allow yourself this time of rest as part of a greater picture, a greater journey, meaningful spiritual journey, where you are fulfilling the completion of some cycle, the fulfillment of some lesson. And maybe the lesson itself is overcoming these feelings of betrayal, sabotage, conflict, stress, insecurity. Maybe these are feelings that you have resorted to throughout your life. Maybe I'm hearing like it's like a bad habit of your nervous system. Like your ego has taken charge and it very easily resorts to these by default, just simply because of this bad habit that was learned at some point in your life. But you're ending this cycle where now you know that you can embrace times of vulnerability, times of rest, and you don't need to so commonly resort to those lower frequency emotions. I mean, if they come, of course they come, but you don't need to resort to them as a default response or reaction. And you certainly don't need to identify with them anymore. So for much of the collective, this could be a potential cycle that you're going through. But really, this could be anything. I mean, anything that consists of some kind of pattern where some lower frequency is given your attention, that's ending. So take this as it resonates, but with the Let Love Be Your Beacon card, you are being called to lead with love. So when you are faced with any kind of challenge or struggle, or even just simply when you enter into any new kind of situation, whether it's negative, neutral, or positive, you see love paving the way in every step that you take on this spiritual path that you are on. So again, whether it's a tense situation or whether it's a neutral or positive situation, you see, and you can, practice this visualization exercise, but you see your space as being filled with bright, beautiful light and love. And that extends, it's not just for yourself, but it extends to others. And your loved ones are going to pick up on this. They're going to feel this as you close this cycle with the world and you step through this portal into this new timeline where you've directed your attention, you've directed your consciousness towards love and light. It will be felt by those around you. So Spirit is asking you to acknowledge this cycle, acknowledge this part of your beautiful journey, see what's going on, and, be willing to continue to change in the ways that you're being called to change, and continue to move towards love and light in everything you do. And we're also getting the King of Swords, which is such a leadership, authority, divine masculine energy. But it's because it's the swords, I'm picking up on this energy of your communication skills and your ability to have harmonious and clear communication and conversation with others. And this is what's going to feed into your ability to manifest and to create the space and the environment, in a literal way as well as in an energetic way, for you to thrive in. And this is what you've been looking for. This is what you've been actively manifesting. And so your ability to communicate your needs, your ability to have healthy boundaries. In the previous reading, I talked about boundaries. So if this is resonating for you, I definitely recommend checking that out. But, you're able to see the light within you and see it shining out of you. And through this process of seeing the world with new eyes and being open to learning new things, being open to closing out old patterns and, embracing the new beginning that the world is bringing you. You're on the brink of a pivotal transformation here. Through this process, through this experience, through this spiritual awakening that you're on, you've cultivated such a fulfilling sense of achievement, a sense of wholeness, a sense of inner harmony, a sense of belonging, all because you are allowing yourself to lead with love, while also with the King of Swords, maintaining high standards, maintaining integrity in everything you do, holding your boundaries because you owe it to yourself to own that responsibility and continue to radiate love and light in alignment with your highest truth. And in a way that is coming from a place of such mental clarity, clear thinking, intellectual knowledge, and power. It's such a beautiful harmony between the mind and the heart, which is a divine union. I mean, this is the inner divine feminine and the inner divine masculine union that we speak about so much on this channel. And we're also getting the oracle card, Infinite Blessings. It says, open your heart and your reality to the immeasurable gifts from nature. Loving energy is surrounding you. Love from the highest level is being showered onto you and your life. Count your blessings and remember that love is all around you. Notice these miracles and blessings as they show up in unexpected ways, but always at the most auspicious time. Your life may not be exactly as you anticipated, but be sure to look for your miracles. Yeah, so this is a powerful perspective shift, especially paired with the King of Swords, where you're able to see and recognize the blessings that are right in front of you. And because we're also leading with love, we're able to feel them, like it says, feel that love and light being showered onto you. That's a heart-led way of receiving the abundance and the blessings that are here for you. So again, a powerful and harmonious balance of the heart and mind here. I want to pull another oracle card here. What is some general guidance the collective needs to know, especially as they are enduring difficult times, difficult challenges or struggles or lower frequency emotions? We have the Journey card. It says, focus on how far you have come, not how far you have to go. You will find help in unexpected places. That's very interesting because with the Infinite Blessings card, it also said to notice that, miracles and blessings show up in unexpected ways. So both of these cards are talking about unexpected. So I'm tapping into this collective that it's like a shortcut to surrender for you to acknowledge that blessings can come in an unexpected way. And it's a shortcut to surrender because it allows you to embody the knowing, the soul knowing that you are not meant to know how things are coming, when things are coming. That's the beauty of manifestation and our co-creation with the universe. The universe is doing their role and you are doing your role. And, when they are in harmony, when you are in this harmony of your inner divine feminine and masculine, and when you are in harmony with the universe and, you're leading with love and you're recognizing all the blessings you have, that's when you are going to get these unexpected rewards, blessings, opportunities, miracles, magic. This is like the magic of alchemy, that it shows up when you didn't expect it or in a way that you didn't expect. I'm getting for a lot of the collective, like you can feel a big blessing coming in, and you don't know how, you don't know what, you may not know exactly when, but through these Five of Swords, Four of Cups, Five of Pentacles energies of insecurity or conflict or stress or melancholy, like through phases or periods of you feeling those lower frequency emotions, you still know that something bigger is coming. And maybe you forgot this, like on a feeling level or on a mental level, but your soul knows it on a spiritual level. So you are learning to recognize blessings around you. You're learning to recognize that this is a natural part of your journey. Like this is the purpose of your journey, is to endure all types of emotions, higher and lower frequencies, sadness and joy, insecurity and security and fulfillment. Like all of it is meant to be experienced. And that is the purpose of the journey. And when you can know that on both an intellectual level and a soul knowing and emotionally embodied level, you will receive the blessings and abundance that you are bound to receive. You will receive it in unexpected ways, like a surprise. And I also am just pulling the Two of Pentacles from the tarot deck. So I want to end on this note of the power of choice. With the Two of Pentacles, it can be about, of course, juggling projects or priorities, but there's a sense of duality with this card that I want to touch on, which is the power of choice, the power of the way that you direct your attention, because attention is where your consciousness goes, and that's what dictates your reality. So in the context of overcoming lower frequency emotions and leading with our heart and, opening ourselves to the abundance and the blessings, even in unexpected ways, that we are meant to receive, the Two of Pentacles is about, being open and adaptable and, constantly seeking balance. When we feel lower, we do what we need to do to get us back to our higher frequencies. And we don't shame ourselves for feeling negative emotions. We simply know that they're a part of the journey, and we know that we are bound to feel them, and we just do our due diligence to heal and bring us back to higher frequencies. And so reaching that balance, throughout the constant changes of life is the journey that you're on right now. The duality of life becoming harmonized through your perception and through your choice of how you perceive the ups and downs, perceiving them in a lighthearted way, like the game of life, the fun of manifesting, the surprise of our unexpected blessings that are coming in. getting into that lighthearted flow and being able to, like I said, be flexible and adaptable. Like, this is the advice that Spirit wants you to really take in and embody going forward. So I'm going to leave the reading here. I hope that something resonated. And as always, I would love to hear from you in the comments. Every like, every subscribe means so much to me. So thank you so much for listening. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.